I listen to Lennox Lewis. I listen to Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
they're looking at how do you pitch a professional and an amateur now. Olympics actually gave rise to so many people now. Vladimir Klitschko, right? I've actually won gold medal before at the Olympic Games. Now, that was as an amateur. I can't remember the year. I'm trying to see if I can remember the year. He has won that before, and later he became, a professional and all that. So it's like supposed to be a step, something that will put you in the map. Like Anthony Joshua, we didn't get to know him until at the London 2012 Games and all that. So if you look at this athlete, that's where they have a place where they started from. Okay, it was actually Atlanta '96. That's when he won a gold medal. That actually announced him. Now you're not expecting. He has already turned professional. You're not expecting boxers like that. I mean, how many years later?
David Hayes against Efetoba Akpochi, heavyweight category. David Hayes and Efetoba Akpochi.
But I just feel it's really not nice.
Yeah, you think it's not nice on the amateur?
Yeah, amateur players. Except they can. I don't know if it's possible. Maybe I'm ignorant here. Maybe they can just have the professionals on one side.
Classified.
Yeah,
exactly.
They can in have this that. Part of the world,
it should be in the same category.
We will tell them, go and fight your mates. Go and fight your mates.
No, but also, I understand what you guys are saying. Good points and all, but then you can always, argue in their favor as well too. For example, I heard Mike Tyson saying the other time that he actually believes some of these amateurs can't beat the professionals. He says they're going to be too fast for them. They're a lot more used to the rules, to the Olympics rules, than the professionals. This is giving them a chance. But what I want to say is for a country like the Philippines, they've never won gold medal before, and they've got someone that looks like a sure bet.
No, Pacman is already saying.
So you can argue for them. You can see reasons for both sides, but I think, I want to believe I think it shouldn't really happen, but it looks like it's going to happen.
But Pacman recently said that he wants to focus on his political career, so he may just go. And if you check, someone like Vladimir Klitschko wants to fight Tyson Fury, and that's in July. And that's, I think, the last qualifiers for the Olympics in Venezuela in July. So you're definitely going to have even some of these so-called professional boxers that we're thinking might be there will not even be there.
Exactly.
And the fact that there's no more head guard, no more head guard and all that for most of the boxers. I know the professional boxers are already used to not having that, but the amateur boxers is going to be the first time they're going to the Olympics not having to use that. That's another one you have to consider. I think it's really not right at all. Well, another thing is,
we'll find out
the IOC is actually saying, and of course, and Bout saying that for a while, IBA have not been carrying out out-of-test competitions or another when it comes to doping and everything. For almost 1 year, they haven't done that. That might also be again. That might also not be in their favor and all that if they have to also look at that. So we'll just wait. The meeting is going to be today, just with what IBA and of course IOC is going to decide. If you're going to be having professional boxers coming into the Olympics at Rio Games. We can't wait.
It's the Olympics. Some boxers, they've been unfortunate not to go to the Olympics. This might just be the opportunity for them to actually realize that
They've missed it.
No,
they've missed it for the guys that are coming up that can use this as a springboard to another.
You don't miss nothing.
Tayo wants it. Let's leave it at that. I know you want it. Okay, while we wait for Iba to make a decision, let's talk professional boxing now. Larry, the natural, Ekundayo, he's the boxer that is putting Nigeria on a world map when talking about boxing. He's expected to have a title defense fight. He is the African Boxing Union champion. He won that fight when he defeated Ghana's Joshua Lamptey. He's supposed to have a defense fight in October, in London, in June. In London, this is June already, but he's not going to be having that fight because of injury. Not a good one, guys, because we had Larry Ekundayo here. He's on the rise, and I'm seeing this as a setback.
Of course it is.
The fight's supposed to be this Saturday in London, June 4th, but he will not be fighting because of an injury, and he's likely to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. That's long.
That's a lot.
That's a long time.
It's a very, very
long time.
Very unfortunate for Larry Ekundayo. I mean, the fight is just like around the corner, and I'm sure he's looking forward to defending his title, having a successful title defense. But these things happen. I mean, when you're training for a major boxing bout, injuries can happen in camp, especially when the sparring gets really intense, and that's what has happened to Larry Ekundayo now. Hopefully he can recover fully from the injury. That's just what we have to do now. Got to move on.
Okay, let's go to London. That's where Larry Ekundayo stays. He's standing by to talk to us on the show. Good morning, Larry, the natural Ekundayo, and welcome to Sports This Morning.
Good morning, guys.
Hello, Larry.
Hi, can you hear me? Good morning.
Okay, good to have you join us. And I like the picture in the background, the natural right there. Larry, we'll just talk about the injury setback. What's the update? But we're sad that you will not be having that title defense fight.
Yeah, I'm really gutted to announce that I would be pulling out from the fight due to the injury. I would have loved to fight with one hand, but my team wouldn't let me. It's just one of those things that as a fighter, you eventually come across that sometime when you're preparing for a top fight, and it's really sad, and I'm still beating up myself right here. I just shut the door and just locked myself in at the moment. Just really don't want to talk to anyone at the moment. It's a bit frustrating, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. And thank you for talking to us, because you don't want to talk to anyone. And you said you want to even do the fight with one hand. You're saying Tanzania's Saidimundi won't beat you with two hands?
Well, I think I've sacrificed so much for it, and I've done all my homework. I prepared for it, and I just sometimes as a fighter, we can be too brave for our own good, and having the right team behind you, they will make the decision for you. And someone like Olusegun Jose is refused, said, no, you're not getting in there. Mentally, you're not fit, because you, at the back of your head, you've got bad hand, and you eventually use it. There's a possibility of me damaging the hand even more in the process. But it's really hard. It's really frustrating things to encounter before the fight, and as a fighter, most especially a pro fighter, to have to work alongside training, and that's how the injuries start in the first place. Last time when I came to Nigeria, I had a protection on my hand as well, because I fractured the hand in my last fight, and I didn't give it a chance to heal properly before I went back to work. And while training for a fight and working, one of my clients, because I also work as a personal trainer, one of my clients mistakenly punched me in the hand, and I think it was a bit weakened from there. And while I was sparring, ended up hitting the guy in the head, and that was it. It just went off completely. Got the doctor that I had a doctor that have a checkup on it and all of that, and I need to have at least 6 to 8 weeks out. But what can I do? I still have to earn a living. I've got mouth to feed, and these are the things that we need to have a support as an athlete, as a professional fighters. Over here, a lot of even the amateurs, they've got good sponsor and all that. They don't have to work if they're training for fights or anything.
Okay, what you're going to do now, you're going to stay away from fights or from everything for 6 to 8 weeks. Can you do that? Because it's like you're actually hungry to get back on the ring.
That's a good question. To stay away for of course you can stay away for 8 weeks, but you've got mouth to feed. You have to earn a living. London is very expensive, and then you have to kind of earn a living from a different angle if you're not fighting. Now the fight's been postponed. I'm not getting paid for that, so that's the bad side of it. My health comes first, but it's just one of those things. I have to go back to work now. Even though the hand is not 100%.
Oh, okay. Larry, just sorry to cut you there. We know it's a hand injury, but we want to know, what exactly is the nature? Is it a fracture? Is it a dislocation of the wrist? What exactly is the problem?
All right. After my last fight, I was asked to have a surgery, and I refused to have a surgery. I don't want to do it. So that shows that it's fractured after the X-ray. They said, and that was it. But now I haven't got a choice. I've been booked in for doctor's appointment again. I'm a hand specialist, so this looks like you have to be by force or by fire. The hand must be done. Okay. So properly.
Yeah.
Get a choice now.
Yeah, so like you're gonna go under the knife, or is it gonna be conservative treatment?
It looks like it's got to be under the knife. So.
And hopefully, Larry, you'll come back and punch better. But talk to me. How much do you know of your opponent, the guy from Tanzania? What do you know about him?
I saw a clip of him. He was decent. He's a decent fighter. And my team have a looked at him as well. And I think that's one of the reasons why, he's not a pushover. He's had 14 wins, 2 losses. And the one that I saw that he lost, it was against this one of the Asian fighter, and he actually got punched below the belt. And the referee, as a home fighter, gave the decision to the other kid, which in boxing, that's wrong, but what can I say? And I thought he was winning as well, and before the incident happened. But yeah, he's quite game, to be honest, and I have confidence that I will beat him 100%. But I don't think going in there knowing clearly that I'm not 100% fit to get in there can actually be dangerous for me, and also a bad side of me getting in the ring.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this question. Aiba is going to make a decision today. If they can, then we lost him.
Okay.
Hello?
Okay, now Aiba is going to make a decision. Aiba is meeting with IOC today, talking about boxing at the Olympics, professional boxers coming in. What's your take on it? Do you subscribe to the fact that professional boxers can actually take part in the real games?
It's funny how, I don't know who came up with that idea, but I just think it's wrong. Professional boxing and amateur boxing, they're both called boxing, but trust me, it's a complete 2 different games. It's complete 2 different ball games. When I'll use myself as an example. In 2012, our boxing, Prize Fighter. Prize Fighter is one of the biggest tournaments in professional ranking, where you have 8 guys in one night, and you guys have to beat one another to the last man standing. It was 3-3. It's 3 minutes, 3 rounds. So you have to go on a fast pace. And I just turned pro like a few months before then. And getting to my first opponent was actually someone that fought for world title twice in professional ranking. And he had 23 fights. He only lost 2, and the 2 losses came from the world champions. So everyone thought I haven't got a chance to actually fight someone like that that's got that much experience. But the amateurs, I've got the amateurs experience. I can go on a fast pace, and eventually won the whole tournament, because the tournament suit my style because of the amateur standard. And the pros, they always start with a slow pace and eventually warm into the fight, because it's not how fast you are, it's about how far can you go with the pro. But the amateurs is how fast you are. So we, as a pro, you train for a longer round. As an amateur, you train for a shorter round and fast pace. So I believe a lot of pros will be having a problem with the amateurs if they eventually go to the Olympics.
You think it's really not right for Aiba to actually make that decision for professional boxers?
No, I don't think it's right. Okay. I don't think that's the right decision. I don't think it's the right thing for them to get the pros involved.
All right, I also think it's not right, but thank you so much, Larry Ekundayo, for speaking to us. Particularly the fact that you don't want to speak to anyone, but you spoke to us. Get well soon, Larry, and beat the Tanzanian for us.
That's it. You guys are the best, so I have to talk to you guys. You know.
Thank you so much, Larry.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's it. The pro has explained it to us. The amateur goes in there with all the blah, 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 blah. It's fast. It was.
They used to the rules.
There you go, street fighting and all, but with the professionals. So David A just watching as you.
And you get caught once, and you go to sleep.
And the lights are out.
We'll find out today.